This is Dhaka Secondary School and I am Sir Nisar. I am going to teach you Physics chapter number 11 Volumetric Thermal Expansion. What is volumetric thermal expansion? As you know that when heat is increased, with the increasement of temperature, the body start to expand. Its expansion can be in terms of length, height or breadth. And you know that if consider a body of volume V1 at temperature T1, when its temperature is increased from T1 to T2, its volume will also be increased from V1 to V2. Change in volume delta V is equal to V2 minus V1, final volume minus initial volume. Similarly, change in temperature T2 minus T1, delta T is equal to T2 minus T1. Change in volume is directly proportional to the original volume and change in temperature. देखिए, अगर ओरिजिनल वॉल्यूम बॉडी का बड़ा होगा तो उसमें चेंज भी बड़ी आएगी, और इसी तरह अगर हम जितना ज़्यादा टेम्परेचर में चेंज लाएंगे उतना ही ज़्यादा एक्सपेंशन में चेंजिंग आएगी. So delta V, change in volume, is directly proportional to V1 delta T. And when sign of proportionality is removed, a constant is written here. Beta will be the constant, that is called coefficient of volumetric expansion. Delta V is equal to beta V1 delta T. Now I am going to tell you about the coefficient of volumetric thermal expansion. Coefficient of volumetric thermal expansion is the change in volume per unit original volume per degree change in temperature. It means that beta is equal to change in volume delta V upon V1 delta T. In SI system, its unit is Kelvin inverse. Now, very important topic that we have to prove that beta is equal to 3 alpha. It means that the coefficient of volumetric thermal expansion is equal to 3 times of the coefficient of linear thermal expansion. Consider a cuboid of length L1, breadth B1 and height H1. Change in length by increasing temperature delta L is equal to alpha L1 delta T. And we know that L2 minus L1 is equal to alpha L1 delta T. L2 is equal to L1. L1 is taken to the right hand side, its sign will change. L1 plus alpha L1 delta T. L2 is equal to L1 is taken common 1 plus alpha delta T. Similarly, if expansion by increasing temperature is taken in term of breadth, then B2 is equal to B1 into 1 plus alpha delta T. And H2 is equal to H1 into 1 plus alpha delta T. Similarly, combining equation 1, 2 and 3, we get L2 multiplied by B2 multiplied by H2. This is the volume after the expansion in 3 dimensions in terms of length, breadth, height. L2 multiplied by B2 multiplied by H2 is equal to L1 multiplied by V1 multiplied by H1 into 1 plus alpha delta T whole cube. देखिए, ये 1 plus alpha delta T तीनों इक्वेशंस में आ रहा है, लिहाजा इसका क्यूब कर लिया हमने. As we know that length into breadth into height is equal to volume, so here L2 B2 H2 will be equal to V2 and L1 V1 and H1 will be equal to V1. So V2 is equal to V1 into 1 plus alpha delta T. V2 is equal to V1 into 1 plus 3 alpha delta T into 1 plus alpha delta T plus alpha cube delta T cube. As we know that A plus B whole cube formula is equal to A cube plus 3AB into A plus B cube. Alpha cube delta T cube is very small value, so it is neglected. Then V2 will be equal to V1 into 1 plus 3 alpha delta T into 1 plus alpha delta T. 3 alpha delta T will be taken into multiplication. V2 is equal to V1 into 1 plus 3 alpha delta T, 1 is 3 alpha delta T, and 3 alpha square delta T square by multiplying 3 alpha delta T into 1 plus alpha delta T. 3 alpha square delta T square is too small to neglect it, so it is neglected. It is too small to neglect, so it is neglected. V2 is equal to V1 into 1 plus 3 alpha delta T. V2 is equal to V1 plus 3 alpha V1 delta T. V2 is equal minus V2 minus V1 is taken to the left hand side. V2 minus V1 is equal to 3 alpha V1 delta T. Now as we know that V2 minus V1 is equal to delta V. So delta V upon V1 delta T is equal to 3 alpha. 3 alpha is taken in right hand side, and V1 delta T is multiplied to 3 alpha, so it will be divided in left hand side. Delta V upon V1 delta T is equal to 3 alpha. As we know that beta is equal to delta V upon V1 delta T, we have proved ever before. So beta is equal to 3 alpha is proved. Now the next topic is anomalous thermal expansion. As we know that most of the substances expand on heating and contract on cooling. But water behave inverse of this. As temperature of water decreases from 4 degree to 0 degree centigrade, it expands in spite of contraction. And from 0 degree centigrade to 4 degree centigrade, it contracts. It means that at 4 degree centigrade, water has maximum density, maximum thickness, and that is 1 gram per milliliter. This expansion of water from 4 degree to 0 degree centigrade is called anomalous expansion of water. What are the effects of anomalous expansion of water? During winter season, aquatic animal settled at the bottom of the oceans or lakes or ponds due to the anomalous expansion. Temperature of bottom remains at 4 degrees centigrade. So they are succeeded to survive their lives at the bottom of the ocean, because when the temperature is going below than 0 degree centigrade, the temperature of the bottom remains at 4 degree centigrade. It remains constant. So the aquatic animals settle down and preserve their lives. Number 2. During winter season, the water pipes of steel often start to leakage, because when temperature goes below than 4 degrees centigrade, water starts to expand. While the pipes do not expand, so the pipes burst and leakage of water takes place. Similarly, during rainy season, the water absorbed by the rocks that seep water during winter season while temperature is going below than 4 degrees centigrade start to expand, and when water expands, rocks cannot be expanded. So the rocks cracks and they slide on their places. slides over their places and moves from one place to another place. In this way, the landsliding takes place during the winter season. This often happens in the mountainous region. Thank you.